Wow, this signature spells card is so crazy. I think I'm going to go for the Cultivate here because I want to hit some lands, please. The fact we got a spell that actually has Seek as well, getting a free golem every turn is kind of silly. Hello there and welcome to a new episode. Today we look at Vexyr Hicks Air, probably one of the most complicated and complex spellings you'll ever see on a Magic card, for no good reason whatsoever. It's an Alchemy card, so you cannot get this in paper, which is sad because I think the ability is really cool, if a bit niche. So essentially it's a Seek tribal deck, so whenever you seek one or more cards, create 3/3 colourless Phyrexian Golem artifact creature token, which is vanilla, but it gives them all vigilance. So it's pretty simple. And let's take a look at some of the cards we have with the Seek keyword. So as you can see, there's quite a lot that we've managed to squeeze in. Most of them, the great ones, are really expensive, which is a shame. We've got something new here, which says whenever one or more artifact creatures you control deals damage to a player, seek an unland card with mana value 2 or less. So whenever your golems hit your opponent, you get to seek. So it's pretty good, pretty solid card. Soul Stealer Actus, oldie but a goodie. Equipped creature gets trample. Whenever it deals damage, you seek a card equal to that damage value. So that's definitely something you want to include because it's repeatable ability. And then you've got Soon's Intervention, which gets 5 abilities, which is crazy. You can choose all of them and it's an instant in white, which is kind of strange. And this second ability lets you seek non-opponent. So that's exactly what we're looking for. Discover the formula. Seeks 3 non-land cards, puts them into your hand, and makes all spells 1 less to cast, which is kind of ridiculous. Signature spells is interesting. Not seen this one very often, but when it enters, you seek 2 instants and or sorceries that cost 3 or less, exile them, and then beginning of your upkeep, you may copy a card exiled with it, and you may cast a copy without paying its mana cost. That's pretty solid. You can do it over and over again, and probably the most busted, but it is very expensive, is 8 mana Verdant Rejuvenation. Seek X creatures, enchantments, and or planeswalkers, so it'll be random, and where X is the highest mana value among creatures you control. So let's say you have a creature that costs 5 mana, you'll seek 5 of those random things and then put them into play, which is pretty ludicrous. Like in a Planeswalker build, this is super powerful, but even in this build, it's pretty good. Something else you want to pad the deck out because it obviously makes tokens, so you want to have the Parallel Lives, which doubles the tokens you create. We also have Anointed Procession, which does exactly the same thing, and then the newly added Mondrak Glory Dominance, which also does the same thing. There's a lot of different directions you can go in. You don't have to go for these at all doublers, but I just thought, let's make 2 golems each time you seek. So it's pretty solid. I do like the deck. I think it's very cool. Again, it's just a shame about these arena-specific cards, because firstly, the artwork's cool. It's a really cool, interesting ability. If they could make this for paper, I'm not really sure what they could do, apart from something like whenever you search your library for a card, maybe, which would make something like Evolving Wilds and Terramorphic Expanse super good, but I think it's not even that pushed. Like, it's fine, it's a fine ability, you know, and I like it when you make weaker cards better, like that. So any land to get stronger, although saying that, maybe in Legacy, Modern, maybe it's just too good, maybe Commander, but it doesn't have black, which has the best demonic tutors and all sorts. But yeah, tell me what you think about the card below. The deck list is below. Give it a go yourself. Don't forget you can like and sub to the channel. It really supports me, and I have donation links below where you can donate any amount. Let's get into the gameplay. Okay, so the tracks a player wants to play. Let's give it a go and see what we can do. We've got a pretty decent hand, to be honest. Discover the formula is always a solid addition to any hand, as long as we get to keep it. Traxxer is just the new curse, essentially. She is roaming the plane, seeking new, fresh blood. Yeah, it's a real shame. Happens a lot these days. Just a new card comes out, everyone uses it. She's like the new Rusko, in a way. No green out, so let's go for the green. Might as well go for the commander here. Vexyr. So if you start seeking, could be good. Solemn Simulacrum, okay. 5 mana next turn. Oh, sorry, 6 mana next turn. Let's go in for an attack. They'll probably block. No blocks. So it's a flicker build then. Okay. So whenever anything targets this, you may exile it, then return it to the battlefield under our control. So this is very powerful. This gets to survive a hit from something. Wow, they've got so much mana. Diabolic Intent. Oh, okay, so that's why they didn't block. So this could be a really quick game if they've gone for Emergent Ultimatum. We could just be dead here. I think I'm going to specialise. We still have the blue open for the Kindred Denial. And just Conjure. We want to Seek, don't we? We want to Seek. So get rid of the Portable Hole. I'd normally feel pretty demoralised by now if it wasn't for the Kindred Denial, so it's good to have at least one counterspell to help against decks like this. Now the cool thing is, we could win here if... Okay, just Uro. Because the Kindred Denial Seeks as well, so if we stop whatever they do next, we're also going to get another Golem. And this has double strike, so it's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 15. Oh, so close. So we don't need to counter that because we've got swords. Wishclaw Talisman. Now that is something we want to counter because they will literally just have anything they want until the end of time. So we're going to lose 2. Let's think about this. Well, I guess we're going to have to exile this because she's just going to be too annoying of a blocker. Swing in. Down to 5. It's a shame we can't go for the Discover the Formula. That is a real shame. And there's no point going for the Cobra because if they have a board wipe, it just eliminates our whole field. So they haven't quit, which means they have... Oh, they have quit. Oh, they just ran out of answers. Well, there you go, guys. You can be an Atraxa player. Yay, smiley face. Okay, opponent goes first with a Zuri, Stalker of Spheres. And yeah, it's a proliferate tribal deck. It's pretty strong. They can just accumulate so much advantage from incidental plays. You know, there's a lot of cards nowadays that just proliferate, so it's a very, very strong card. So you'll go for the ultimate tap land here because it just allows us to get all the colours. And the Mox Amber I wouldn't normally play out, but because they're probably going to have counter spells, it's nice to get this out early. But also they have green, so they could just, you know, get rid of our stuff either way. So as they say, bolt the bird. Let's get rid of their ramp. We don't want them to have that out. They would have had 4 mana here. Astral Cornucopia. Okay, so we're going to try and kill that as well with the Rex Sage to slow them down. So we're creating a tempo swing here. So every time they play something, we play something that kills it. But that is the way. That is the way. This is the way. So this is why going first matters, because it means that if they went first... oh, no, sorry, they went first, didn't they? But yeah. Normally... Let me think about this. Whenever another creature enters, you may pay 2 to proliferate. What the hell? That's really good. That is really good. Let's exile it, if we can. That's crazily good. So this turn we can go for Vexyr and the Soul Stealer Axe as well. So the Axe is going to be fantastic. If we can get any damage in, we're going to get not only a card, but also a Golem as well. Tainted Observer. This is something with a lot of words. Flying Toxic. Do they have a kill spell? Or a bounce spell? Or an exile spell? Could be any of those things. Okay. Nice. Sweet. Okay, so we're facing Galissa, and she kills enchantments when she deals combat damage. But we don't have any. I think this hand is okay. It's okay. We've got the kill spell for the commander, which is important. we're just shy of a few lands. Okay, we've got one there, so I think we're pretty safe here. Broken Bond could be nice if they go for a rock. Elfish Warmaster. Didn't expect that, to be honest. I don't want to seek yet, because that means I won't get any advantage, so let's just wait a little bit. Power 4 greater. How much power is she? She's 3-3, so it doesn't actually... Although, what does this guy do? He doesn't give them a power boost yet, so let's bottom that for now. So, annoyingly, we're going to probably want board wipes. Oh my goodness, so now we needed that card. That's such a shame. Okay, fine. We'll exile that. Yeah, we'll kill the Still Leaf. That's just 5 damage a turn. We can't really deal much to that at the minute. Cool thing is, if we attack with this and they don't block, we can ninjutsu. Man, this is interesting. It's an elf tribal build. Okay, so it's 5 to the face. Command tower is decent. If we go for Mondrak, will we live to tell the tale? I think we'll just go for the Vexyr here and just fingers crossed they don't have kill spell. If they do, they do. The Elvish Warmaster has just propelled them to great heights. You know, making an elf every time you play an elf is crazy. And then obviously the Imperious Perfect makes your elves bigger, and she can also make more elves. If they attack, they have a trap. Slow them down a bit. Just a tad. I'd love a kill spell. That would be nice. Okay. Go for Seek New Knowledge. So get a 3-3, unless they kill the Vexyr in response. Put a card into your library. I guess we'll get rid of the Broken Bond, because that is kind of useless right now. Getting a blocker is really nice. +2/+2 Death Touch is mean. So you can go for the Jukai Liberator or the Knight of Autumn. We go for the Jukai Liberator, I think. And then pass the turn. Don't feel very safe. They've just got so much residual dudes. So make another 2-2. Makes another creature. Man, we'd really need a board wipe of some kind. Would be good. Oh my goodness. Their elves are huge. Oh my goodness. So they probably have a combat trick to kill our commander. Maybe? Like a pump spell? So the only way we can really get around this is if we draw a board wipe, I think. Because they've just got so many pump spells. Down to 5. Oh boy. How do we get out of this? I don't think we can. I don't think we can. Pretty cool deck though. It's Elf Tribal. Elf Tribal. And... I mean, even if we returned the Apparition... Like, even if we killed one of the pump spell guys... It's still not going to make a difference. And they probably have hexproof. Yeah, and they can make a 3-3 in response here. Or a 2-2 if this dies. As if that says any elf as well. It doesn't even say non-token elf. It's crazy. Demolition field. So we can tap this in response. I wonder why they're doing that here. It's not going to make a difference, I don't think. Unless I've got some kind of fatal push. Fatal push. But fatal push would work anyway, because if they just let the apparition resolve. Yeah, okay, they've got us. They have got us. 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so they can use the ultimate, you could say, on this elf. Why are they going for the old Tyvar? They could have just used a 7 here. I was going to say, I was thinking they were going to toy with me there, but no, they're going to just swing in. Why did they cast this if they didn't actually use it? Strange. They've got a card in their hand they've been dying to use all game as well. Blossoming Defense. They could have used that a lot sooner, but I guess they didn't have to. Cool, okay. Killed by Tribal Elves. That felt a lot like modern or historic 60 card. Damn. Okay, we go first against Jorkadine. And it's a very controlling hand, but I think we want to keep it just because they have an aggro deck. And it's going to be an equipment-based one, so if we get rid of their creatures, they're going to probably find it tricky to get any advantage from the Jorkadine here. We'll have to see. Rabbit Battery getting in for 1 there. Yep, so we can take it slow for a bit. We've got enough mana to go for the Wrath of God, so we can just kind of take it easy. Settle the Wilds. Yeah, this is actually pretty good. It gives us a land as well. And an extra card in hand. Oh, Parallel Lives, that's going to be good. So next turn, we probably go for a board wipe, especially if they go for another creature. Maul. Okay, I still think we go for the board wipe here. Because they're going to draw a card. And swing for 5. Or we could just use the Endless Detour, actually. Maybe Endless Detour. Or is that greedy? Is that greedy? Yeah, I think that's greedy. We'll just go for the Wrath. Yeah, we don't want to, because what could have happened is they could have played maybe another Haster there. And then they could have swung and then maybe something like Embercleave if we had only got rid of one of the creatures. So, yeah. It's safer to get rid of. Even if it's just a 2 for 1, still good. You're still getting 200% output. Even if you get 1, you're still getting your basic. Oof. When it dies, draft a card from its spellbook. Okay, that's pretty good. So we can go for the Vexyr. And non-land permanent. Okay, I think we can just wait a bit. There's no rush. We can seek another turn. We've got the Bounty of the Deep to seek something here. So if you've got no lands in your hand, you seek a land and a non-land card. Otherwise, seek 2 non-lands. Pretty decent. Halvar. Okay, so creatures you control that are enchanted or equipped have double strike. Damn. Okay. It's pretty good. So I think I'm going to use the Endless Detour. Okay. Yeah, we'll do it on the creature here. And because it goes away, it doesn't die. They won't get a trigger with the Blade Hold Cleaver. This is really cool art, actually. Signature spells. So we could take a turn off here, but they're going to get an absolutely humongous... Each combat you can attach. They could attach this. +2/+2. And they could attach this. That's going to be huge. But let's go for signature spells. This is very risky. We're going to get a go at them at least. Okay, and no attacks. So they don't have trample with this, but it's this one that scares me. It's the flying. Oh, okay, they're doing it that way around. It doesn't make a difference. It's the same thing. So 6, 7, 8, double strike flying. Oh my goodness. Oh. Why didn't they... Why didn't they equip that? Wasn't it free to do that? I'm a bit confused now. It's free to equip it to, let's go for the choice so we get a golem here. You may attach equipment to a creature you control to target creature you control. Weird. Oh, fragment reality. So, yeah, we've got the removal spell here, which is going to be really good. We get another blocker. Night of Autumn. Wow, this is really lucky here. So I think we're actually really safe now. We can destroy them more, which gives them flying. A bit of a weird equipment, really. To just a hammer that gives flying is quite odd, to be honest. And then we can also go for the Soul Stealer Axe, which lets us seek if we deal damage to something. Equip for 2, but I'd rather leave up the intervention here. I think it's because the wording of this is weird, because it says you may attach equipment attached to a creature you control to target a creature you control. Oh, I see. See, that always gets me as well. So the equipment has to be attached to another creature. So essentially what he does is he swaps hands, but he cannot equip for free. I see. I think I had the same issue when I used this a year or so ago, in fact. The wording is very peculiar. So yeah, equipment can't just go on for free. So in this case, he could move the Nelsis over. Saviour. But yeah, we're going to get rid of the Halvar here because he's just kind of scary, right? They do get a Foundry Beetle, though, in its stead, which is pretty good. Speaking of their upkeep, random artifact gets one less to cast in hand. Okay. Wow, this signature spells card is so crazy. I think I'm going to go for the Cultivate here because I want to hit some lands, please. The fact we got a spell that actually has Seek as well, getting a free golem every turn is kind of silly. So would they block? That's the question. They've got a 3/4. They probably would, right? And let's go for the bounty. Let's create some more creatures here. I know I've got the parallel lives, but it feels like taking a turn off to do that doesn't feel so great. 1, 2, 3, 4 mana into the north. As I say, yeah, I really want to leave up the Heroic Intervention in case anything goes horribly wrong. And then we can even swing because it's got Vigilance, remember? So the Vigilance aspect is kind of good. Yeah, too much advantage. I think the signature spells card is kind of OP if they can't sort it out. Did you know that you can help my channel by watching another one of my videos? Go ahead, you know you want to.